This is not a sewing room, this is a pit. What a mess. I'm not going to lie, because there are pieces of denim here that I can tell you I didn't clean up after my last project, and I can see as well a piece of the fabric I used for the ottoman, so it's been a few weeks. But anyways, every sewing room is a mess. Everything is always in the way, and because you're using them a lot, everything gets tangled and you need to stop a minute and every once in a while tidy up everything, because this is just a pit. It gets to a point
where it makes no sense.
And September is an ideal month for that. After the summer holidays, there's no better way than having a fresh start of the year and get organized all around your house, even more if you have children who start school. This year we joined a group of parents who send children to school. Our little boy is 3 already and he'll be going to school. I don't know what we're going to do. What do you do in the mornings without him? I'm going to miss him so much, but let's get organized. In the last sewing room organization I tidied up all underneath my sewing table. It was the thing I needed to do the most, and all the threads and cottons I have. And now I think I have problems. I've been having problems to store my fabrics. I have new pieces of fabrics that I can't put away because I have no room for it. My sewing room only has 2 walls, these 2 walls. The other one is only a little wall that overlooks a bigger space. So the cutting table is where I store everything, and right now it's quite full. On this side I have all the crafts stuff, all the felts and things like that I need to tidy up. I have as well things like posters and paper stuff and painting stuff that I need to reduce from 3 drawers to 2, because I need the third one to put all the mending stuff I have to do, which is on this one on top. So I can then use all 3 to store my fabrics properly. And the other thing I want to tackle is the patterns. Every time I cut a pattern, I keep the tissue paper pattern as well, in case I want to use it at some point, and I have a folder for that. I got it last year and it broke immediately the minute I started using it. So it's not working for me, and I want to put them in envelopes and then inside a box to see how I do. Let me know then in the comments how you store your patterns, because maybe there's a better way. So I'm going to start tidying up from the sewing machines this way, coming this way, so I can clean the cutting table and put the fabrics on top, and then decide how to organize them, and the same with the patterns. The felts I use as background for the videos are still there, but I pushed them a bit more towards the wall so I had room for the blocks. I have my blocks here now, and I think it's much more efficient to have them there. And my rulers, of course, the French curves. So this was just a first sweep to get rid of the moss. Of course, I'll have to do it again when I finish, and mop as well. But that way, now that I have to put all the fabrics on top of the cutting table, if something drops, it won't get full of threads. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to empty all of this and see what I can get rid of in the craft ones. Everything that was in the mending drawer was okay, I was just making sure of it, and I have different piles. I have the upcycling pile, the mending one, and the one with projects I never finished. I don't know why I have to tackle those. So now I can go into the craft section. I don't usually go in the craft section as much, but there are things you don't get rid of, things that are always useful, like felts and, for example, paper stuff like calendars or photographs and things like that, that can be nice for a picture or for some scrapbook material. So I'm going to have a look because I think it's quite unorganized since the last time I did this, and let's dive into it. Quite happy about that because everything fitted in 2 drawers. In the one on the bottom I have all paper related stuff, all the posters and vinyls and things like that. And in the middle one I have cross stitch, embroidery, felts and all this crafty business. So now the one on top can hold all the mending, which is quite good. And now I can start organizing the fabrics, putting them on here, so I can then classify them by types into the 3 drawers. And this is the downside of sewing. You always have little remnants you don't know what to do with. And it's a pity really because it's perfectly fine fabric, but maybe it's not as useful as you can see. But well, it can be useful for a lining, for a handbag, inside something. So I'm not getting rid of it, I'm just trying to fold it somehow. So let me know that in the comments, what do you use all these pieces for? If you have ideas, I'm open to ideas because it's something you're already wearing this material. So I don't know, just let me know. And I also have new pieces of fabric I'm really looking forward to using. I have tweeds and cottons. They were on offer, so I couldn't leave them behind. And of course I have remnants I've acquired just in case. This will be nice for a blouse, I think. So if you fancy one of them, let me know down in the comments, what would you use it for? So I think I'm going to do one drawer for cottons and the other one for polyesters to start. So that's the problem. Sometimes even you like a piece of material, for example this one, I made a skirt with it, but I had bought 2 meters because I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and then I had a lot left, but that's one of the downsides.
Look how pretty this is.
It was a piece of remnant, of course, I couldn't leave it behind. What do I want it for? I have no idea. And of course this piece from the dress I made with Trini, that I can add. I was missing a piece of material, a piece of pattern I mean. But anyways, here it is. The drawer at the bottom I'm not even going to look at because it's all the upholstery material, and that's fine. And here I have a bag with all the different tools I've used along the years, and I have left, of course. So that's going in as well. And now what I have left to do is the patterns. I have my patterns here in this folder, but it's not working for me. Maybe if you write down all the things that you're keeping in there, it will be useful, but I'm not doing that. I don't really use them, I just keep them. So it's not working for me. So what I'm going to do is to put every individual pattern in an envelope, like so, and then keep it in a box. Let's see how that works. Of course, let me know down in the comments how you keep your patterns, and maybe you have better ideas. I'm sure you have. Okay. Sleeve. Houses are a never-ending story of cleaning and tidying up, and the sewing room even more. It's something that is never tidied, and even though you clean after yourself when you finish a project, from time to time you need to really get everything out and tidy up properly, because things get messy when you look for something and you are going into drawers like a crazy person. So I'm quite happy about having done all the patterns and the fabric. It was what I wanted to tackle because it was quite untidy and it was driving me mad. The patterns I think are much better in envelopes than what it was in the folder. It's true that I don't usually go back to patterns I've already sewn, but it can be useful for something and I like keeping them. And another thing is the fabrics. I have even the last ones I had bought in a bag because they wouldn't fit and they were already overlocked and washed, and it's a pity to have them hanging around instead of keeping them nice and tidy and clean. So I'm quite happy about that. I am surprised because I didn't throw away anything. The only thing is not in the drawers is the wrapping paper that I have in the corner over there in a bag that I brought from Germany when we went on our honeymoon. So I'm quite happy. I'm really surprised and happy with my new cleaning space. So let me know then in the comments any thoughts you have, how you keep your patterns, how you keep your fabrics organized, and how often you clean your room, because even though you do it after you've done a project, I've already said that from time to time you need to really tackle it in. If you're still watching, thank you so much for coming with me in this project, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here and you like this kind of projects, because I upload a video once a week and that way you don't miss anything. And I leave you 2 links here for other tidying up projects in case you want to have a look. Bye!